In August 2025, the United States, under President Donald Trump, imposed a sweeping 50% tariff on Indian exports, marking a significant escalation in the trade tensions between the two nations. This move, ostensibly aimed at compelling India to cease its purchase of discounted Russian oil, has profound implications for India's economic landscape, particularly threatening the Make in India initiative and jeopardizing millions of livelihoods. The trade dispute traces back to India's continued importation of Russian oil, which the U.S. administration views as indirectly funding Russia's military endeavors in Ukraine. In retaliation, President Trump announced a 25% reciprocal tariff on Indian goods in August 2025. This was followed by an additional 25% penalty tariff, bringing the total to 50%, one of the highest imposed on any trading partner. The U.S. administration's stance is clear: cease purchasing Russian oil, and the tariffs could be reduced. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro emphasized that India's energy choices are influencing U.S. economic interests, suggesting that aligning with U.S. energy policies could lead to tariff relief. India's Make in India initiative, launched in 2014, aimed to transform India into a global manufacturing hub, creating jobs and reducing reliance on imports. However, the recent U.S. tariffs threaten to undermine these objectives. Kolkata's garment manufacturing hubs, such as Metiabruz and Barasat, are facing significant challenges due to the new tariffs. These areas, home to thousands of small and medium enterprises, have seen a sharp decline in orders from U.S. clients, leading to halted production and financial strain. Approximately 20% of Kolkata's garment exports were directed to the U.S., making the impact particularly severe. Surat, a major hub for diamond processing and jewelry manufacturing, is experiencing a downturn as U.S. tariffs affect the $40 billion gems and jewelry export industry. Exporters are facing financial strain, and there is growing anxiety about potential job losses, especially in Surat, a major hub for diamond processing and jewelry manufacturing. India's shrimp exports, valued at $5 billion, are projected to decline by 15–18% due to the increased U.S. tariffs. The steep rise in duties makes Indian shrimp less competitive in the U.S. market, which is a crucial destination for these exports. India is a significant supplier of generic drugs to the U.S., with nearly half of all generic drugs in the U.S. coming from India. The imposition of tariffs on Indian pharmaceuticals could lead to higher healthcare costs in the U.S. and disrupt the supply chain for essential medicines. The trade tensions have strained U.S.-India relations, with potential long-term economic consequences. Analysts warn that the tariffs could dampen foreign direct investment (FDI) from the U.S., particularly in sectors like textiles and technology services. Without a U.S. trade deal, India's ambitious GDP growth targets could be at risk. Diplomatically, the situation has led to a cooling of ties. A contentious phone call between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Trump, where Trump claimed to have brokered a peace deal between India and Pakistan, contributed to the deterioration of relations. Modi's refusal to endorse Trump's claim and his subsequent rejection of supporting Trump's pursuit of a Nobel Peace Prize further escalated tensions. In response to the economic challenges posed by the tariffs, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reiterated the importance of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, Self-Reliant India initiative. During his monthly radio address, Man Ki Baat, on August 31, 2025, he emphasized the need to support local artisans and manufacturers, suggesting that using homegrown products will not only strengthen the domestic economy but also promote national unity and pride. The Indian government is also exploring alternative markets to mitigate the impact of reduced U.S. exports. Trade delegations are being sent to countries in Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia to establish new trade partnerships and reduce dependence on the U.S. market. President Trump's America First policies have introduced significant challenges for India's Make in India initiative and have put millions of livelihoods at risk. While the Indian government is taking steps to bolster domestic industries and diversify export markets, the path ahead remains fraught with challenges. The evolving trade dynamics underscore the complex interplay between national economic strategies and global geopolitical considerations.